copy today, wherever paperbacks are sold.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Shear, host of USA Up All Night.
And I'm Gilbert Gottfried, host of USA Up All Night.
I'll show you lots of fun movies.
I'll show you lots of fun movies.
I do it Friday.
I do it Saturday. We both do the same thing.
I'd like to take you, if you're willing, back to the year 2010 or 2011. I was about 14 years old. My best friend's older sister made the box art for the Troll 2 documentary, The Best Worst Movie. So I was like one of the first people to like know and have seen Troll 2. And I went around showing literally every single person I knew that movie. It was just such a good feeling showing someone something so like unhinged and unexpected. Like they think they're going to watch like a cheesy horror movie or something, and then like by the end people are eating goo and double-decker bologna sandwiches. It was just a pivotal moment in my childhood.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God!
That's kind of what sparked me into the person I am today. I became obsessed with terrible movies. I read Rotten Tomatoes like it was the Bible. I actually had seen every episode of their short-lived TV show.
We are negative influences on you today.
It kind of led me down like a Doug Walker-ish path. There's a big gap between movies that are good despite not being Oscar worthy and movies that are so bad it's good. There's been a whole hell of a lot of so bad it's good movies that have come into vogue since Troll 2, which brings us to my topic today that I totally remembered to pull out before I started filming. The Spookies. I don't know if it was the Red Letter Media Best of the Worst episode or if it was the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray release, but I feel like the Spookies has blown up in the last year. And I know it's just Spookies, not the Spookies. I'm a little skeptical, to be honest, because sometimes Red Letter Media especially highlights movies that I wouldn't really say are so bad it's good or really best of the worst type material. I mean, like Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, like, come on. You guys just actually like that movie. You like that movie for the reason that they wrote that movie. Anyway, we'll get to that. And the term so bad it's good has been really watered down in the past couple of years. It's used interchangeably with words like cheesy, corny, or cult classic. But there has to be a certain ineptitude that makes it so bad it's good. I kind of forgot a bit on this on eBay, but it's here either way. I've never seen it. Actually, I have seen it, but the past Shan who wrote this part hasn't seen it, if that makes sense. It's very confusing. You have to have a very high IQ to understand my YouTube videos. I feel like I'd be not doing this video right if I didn't read the text on this. Spookies, a demonic game of hide and seek, a night of unrelenting terror. Imagine you and your friends are paired up with your favorite dates and the night is very young. There's an old, dilapidated mansion just down the road a bit, near the deserted graveyard. It would be the perfect place to party, let loose, lose your souls. What you and your friends don't know is that inside the house lives an ancient sorcerer, a master of dark arts. He has sacrificed many to give eternal life to his beloved, comatose bride.
I know, it's really serious.
Just a few more humans are needed. The masterful wizard is about to begin another evening of magic, conjuring up a dizzying array of monstrous creatures. Hellish lizards, skeletal reapers, demons, zombies, and lust-crazed muckmen, luring hags and spider women, all driven by a blind killer instinct. Special guests will be treated to an onslaught of twisted supernatural torture until each one begs to die. nothing you have ever witnessed before will have prepared you for the incredible special effects that make Spookies the ultimate in unforgettable terror. Experience and pure, unrelenting terror. I read that wrong the first time, didn't I? Okay, anyway, it's color in approximately 85 minutes.
That's weird. No name.
Happy birthday, Billy.
Come on, Megan, it's spooky as hell inside. I can't believe it. I'm finally free.
But you're not free.
The Spookies was definitely a victim of reshoots. The original movie Twisted Souls was about a bunch of 20-somethings finding an abandoned mansion. They go in, explore a little bit until they find a Ouija board.
What's this supposed to be? Looks sort of like a Parcheesi game or something.
I know what this is. I mean, I've never seen one like this before. It's a Ouija board.
Ouija board? That sounds stupid.
Which they decide to play with. They ask it kind of stupid questions like how old they are. And then things kind of start to go wrong when one of them asks, "Are we ever going to get out of here alive?"
Will we ever leave this house alive?
No.
So the kind of quiet, shy, gothy girl gets possessed, and the rest don't really know what they want to do. But of course the gang splits up and they start to get picked off by Spookies. This reminds me of The Evil Dead, but it more reminds me of Night of the Demons. Also something kind of like Hell Night, or maybe like even Return of the Living Dead.
Send more cops.
After Twisted Souls was pretty much finished, the writer and director Brandon Faulkner and Thomas Duran had a falling out with the financer Michael Lee. The original directors attribute it to Michael Lee not knowing anything about film in general, even saying that at one point during editing that he asked why they couldn't edit out like the 4 steps between point A and point B, because that would create a jump cut. Yeah, so they attributed it to Michael Lee's just completely being a dumbass. And they got fired. They assumed that they would just add a couple of little animated bits and that would be that. But no, that's not how it happened. So in comes Jeannie Joseph. She was a woman who really only worked on porn and trauma movies up to that point, which icon. I love her. Twisted Souls clocked in at about 2.5 hours, and Jeannie Joseph said about 45 minutes of that was usable. So they just decided to do reshoots to pad out the runtime. And that's where the scenes where Mr. Spookies and Billy and the Catman and all of that start to come in. Billy is all emo because nobody remembers his birthday. He goes into the mansion and finds a bunch of balloons, cake, presents. He just assumes it's a birthday party for him.
Cool. Happy birthday, Billy, from all of us. Hey, surprise party.
And, well, he opens the present and it's Mr. Spooky's head inside. He still wishes him a happy birthday though, so that's kind of sweet.
Happy birthday, Billy.
He then runs away and gets chased by Spooky Jr., and Catman catches up to him and scratches his face a lot and then buries him alive. And that's it for Billy. Mr. Spookies keeps interjecting into our 24-year-old teenager's plot. It honestly kind of reminds me of Rocky Horror.
It's so weird that the lights work.
Maybe somebody does live here?
Somebody does live here. Forever.
He has his own little side plot with his undead bride. I guess the idea is that he's killing people for their youth to try and revive his bride, but she really doesn't seem like she's into him.
At last. For 70 years I have waited. I have sacrificed the use of so many so that you might live. And yet, I would trade all my powers for some way to make you see how helplessly I love you.
Apparently, they have one kid who I think is Spooky Jr., even though she's like totally disgusted by him.
Would you like to see our son? Huh? Would you like to see our son? Would you?
Yes!
Corda! My darling fun. Your mother has returned to us. Come. Give her a kiss.
I really hope it's not Catman. If you have seen this movie, you get why I don't want it to be Catman. Haven't really even gotten into the special effects. The movie I think Spookies would be trying to be, I think it would have these 24-year-old teenagers go through the house and they get stopped by, you know, general spooky stuff. Ghosts, witches, vampires, Frankensteins. But instead we get like muckmen, like these Fiji mermaid looking motherfuckers, this really strange Spider-Woman. The original though, I'll give them that, but I will say the design is super fucking ugly. Even in like the Twisted Souls part, which is apparently supposed to be a good movie, I still think the characters are just really fucking ugly. Not saying that they aren't as ugly as the Spookies characters, but the whole thing's just an ugly movie. The kills too. The kills are like fucking insane. Like I had to rewind a couple of them just to understand them because I like didn't. One, I can't tell any of the characters apart. And two, I didn't really know if they were like dead or not. Like I was expecting it to like have some sort of twist, but like I really shouldn't have expected that much, I think. See, that's the thing. I think there's certain boxes you have to check to be a so bad it's good movie. Like there has to be, you know, a weird production background story. There has to be a point in the writing or directing that is just awful. And there has to be like this plot that just unravels into nothing. And Spookies is like the perfect storm of all three. Twisted Souls itself probably wasn't a good movie in the first place. They can blame it all on color grading and post-production and fart noises, but it really doesn't change the fact that it just doesn't seem like it was that good. Do I think it would still have a cult following to this day? Of course. Would it be the Spookies? No. Because the Spookies is like transcendent. It is like baffling. It's just fucking weird. Like it just is weird. And like I don't fucking say that a lot about movies, but it's just such a weird movie. I love it. I really expected Spookies to be the type of movie that started out as a horror movie and ended up as a horror comedy, which I really wouldn't consider being so bad it's good, because that intention would be there from the beginning. But no. I know this movie has been talked about to hell and back now. That's why I'm not really giving it a super detailed description. It's really something you do have to experience for yourself, and I don't want to take that away from you. I know that a lot of people who are subscribed to me now probably are subscribed because, again, I simped for Jay, whose name I mispronounced the entire time in the last video, so I'm not even gonna fucking bother anymore. But I just wanted to maybe like get a few more people to actually try and seek out and watch this movie, because I am like so happy I did, honestly. I just feel like I have the same feeling I had when I was 14 years old and I watched Troll 2 in my friend's basement, and I had to show everybody I fucking knew that movie. And that's honestly really fucking cool. Yeah, I don't really know how to end this.
It's been a great show. We're sorry that it's through. Goodbye is such a sad word. So let's just say adieu.